let's find the order of the element 2, 6 in our group, which is direct product of z sub 4 and z sub 12. Now, before we start, going back to our previous video, if we were not able to view that, please try to view that one, because it's just a product of z sub 3 and z sub 4, but it took us a lot of time in providing the order of all the elements. Well, it's all the elements on that previous video, and here we only have one element, but the concern is the same. It would take really a lot of time for us to find the order of a certain element if we are going to look into the actual elements of z sub 4 and z 12, because z sub 4, okay, has elements 0, 1, 2, and 3. And take note that z sub 12 is actually 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. So we have 4 elements for z sub 4, 12 elements for z sub 12. So 4 times 12 will have 48, right? Okay, we'll have 48 elements of the group. And at the same time, if you're going to consider finding the order of this only one element, you're going to have a multiple of efforts in what do you call this one, operating the same. But we have a shortcut in just simply finding the order of a specific element. Okay, specific element in a certain direct product, and then I'm going to show you the two methods for this case, because this item is a little bit shorter than the rest later. But here I could show you the reason behind the idea that this process to be presented is easier. Of course, if you are going to have this one here in the longer version, just like what we did in the previous video, 2, 6 is one of the elements, one of the 48 elements, and you can find the order of that by, of course, operating it to itself, right? Because 2 plus 2 is under modulo 4 is actually 0, and 6 plus 6 is actually 12, under modulo 12 is also 0. Then once you do the same, continue, 0 plus 2 is 2, 0 plus 6 is 6. And as you can see, just by this alone, this is even easier and even shorter, because our item is actually easier than the next one. So you would see here that the order of the element 2, 6, as what is asked here, is actually just 2. So some of you might say this is a easier and shorter one. Of course, this case is a shorter one, but it might not be true for the rest or for all, especially if we have 3 or more groups that are part of our direct product here. So this process I'm going to present to you might be longer for this one, but it's even shorter for the next few examples. So please watch out for the next video. What you need to do here is, since 2 is an element of z sub 4, you're going to look for the order of 2 as you are going to examine it in z sub 4. And you're going to use 6 in z sub 12, okay, independently. Now, again, for this video, this might be longer than the previous presented method, but we are just going to do this one because in the next few videos, this is even shorter than the this process here at the top. So for 2, of course, in z sub 4, you will have here 2 plus 2 is 0, right? And 0 plus 2 is 2. So the order of 2 in z sub 4 is 2, okay? Now for 6 here, 6 plus 6 is also 12, so that's 0 modulo 12. 0 plus 6 is 6. So the order of 6 as well, okay, here on z sub 12 is 2. Now, with these two results here, we can just simply pair them and just simply use the LCM of the two values. LCM is also known as the least common multiple of 2 and 2. And this should be the order of your z sub, or sorry, the order of your 2, not order, right? This should be equal now to the order of your 2 and 6, because this is the shorter process for that. Earlier, we already identified this with 2, it's even shorter, but for some examples later, it will be very long. So for this, the LCM of 2 and 2 is just 2, and they are just the same. So we are going to use this idea in the next few videos. The LCM of the orders of the elements to their corresponding groups before we are going to come up with the direct product. Okay, so this is now the order of 2, 6 and z sub 4 and z sub 12. Thank you very much for watching.